Everyone loves an unexpected plot twist, but your education shouldn't be one of them. And nobody understands that better than Southern New Hampshire University. SNHU's online degree programs provide the flexibility you need, backed by support you can count on. With over 200 affordable options in psychology, criminal justice, business, and more, SNHU is built to fit your life and your budget. Visit snhu.edu/lastpodcast to learn more. That's snhu.edu/lastpodcast. Insurance isn't one size fits all. That's why drivers have trusted Progressive's Name Your Price tool for years. Just tell Progressive what you want to pay, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Visit Progressive.com to find a car insurance rate that works for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
Can I get an update, please? Hey, mister. Can I get a spare update, please?
I'll give you an update. You're fat again.
The tumor in my belly is growing.
Hey, everybody. This is Last Update on the Left.
Whoa, what is that? What is that, Marcus? I'm Henry Zabrowski.
I'm Marcus Parks. And with us also is Ed Larson.
Hello. I'm an idiot.
Yep.
So we have a new show. We have a third show for everybody.
Wait a second. I'm doing a third show?
Yeah, all of us are doing a third show.
Wow.
Yeah.
God.
Yep.
Time isn't real.
No. Yeah, wow, we're doing a third show.
Yeah.
And it's really wonderful. It's called Last Update on the Left. What we're doing is, because we've been doing the show since Zoomers were come, we are taking a look back at old topics, old ideas, and we're giving them a refresh.
Yep, we're going to be looking at what our takes were back then and, what we were doing with those shows and what information was available at the time on these topics. And, in the 10, 15 years since we've done some of these things, a lot of new shit's come out. In the 10, 15 years that we've done these things, not much new has come out. But our views on these subjects can sometimes change. So that's what the update show is all about.
And I don't really know much about it.
Yeah.
So it's good for me to learn.
Yeah,
he
so
gets
we're
back
teaching
in.
Ed. Yeah, we're teaching Ed about all this cool shit. So we're going to start the update show. We're going to give you guys a little bit of preview here. So the show is going to be available only on the Sirius XM app. Don't worry. Last Podcast on the Left and Side Stories. Nothing changes there. Those shows are still absolutely free, but you can find this show on the Sirius XM app.
Yeah.
But for now, you're going to get the first one free.
Yeah, but then you get addicted, and then you got to come back around, and sometimes, well, maybe I ain't holding, and then you're going to get desperate, and then you're going to start fucking being my butler.
So we're going to start with an update on an old favorite, one of the most popular true crime stories in the history of man, the murder of JonBenét Ramsey.
I didn't do it.
Neither did I.
Now, who is that?
John Beignet.
I love beignets.
Exactly. See, I knew I'd get him in there. JonBenét Ramsey. I hope she's okay.
Let's go for it.
Live from your grave.
So should I not begin this with an act out of JonBenét Ramsey?
How does it go?
I don't remember.
Well,
I don't remember his JonBenét Ramsey. I don't, because we recorded this so incredibly long ago.
See, the only reason why I remember is how many times I've received emails, people being really angry with my bit.
Now, did you get more positive or more negative emails?
Only negative.
I remember.
So maybe it's not to be
but,
done.
but at the same time, don't I like making people angry?
Why do I remember T for two?
Well, yes, it was JonBenét Ramsey singing T for Two and then asking if they could make a sexual act upon God.
Welcome to Last Update on the Left.
That was from a
ladies and
long
gentlemen.
time ago, buddy.
That was a long time ago. I'm Marcus Parks, living in 2024. Henry Zabrowski, are you ready? You're not living in 2011 anymore, are you?
No, I've been dragged forward. I am here now. The only way I will play JonBenét Ramsey is finally in a blind casting situation, which should happen. I should be allowed to play JonBenét Ramsey in a film.
Yeah.
Because I think if you don't allow me, you're shutting me down. That's cancel culture.
That's the. I didn't know JonBenét Ramsey was a lesbian because we all know that God is a woman.
Whoa. Interesting. You see, this is really
takes.
wow.
Hot take.
So we thought we were going to come out the gate and make us not make everybody mad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too late. There's no way to do it. We're going to talk about JonBenét Ramsey again.
Yeah. We had, well, I mean, I was about to say we had a lot of fun with our JonBenét Ramsey series, but it was interesting. There was a lot of interesting stuff in the JonBenét Ramsey case, as there always is. I mean, the crazy thing about JonBenét Ramsey is that, like, the JonBenét Ramsey subreddit is still highly active every single day. It does not stop. People do not stop talking about this case. And we'll cover one of the latest updates that just came out about a month ago. Like 60 Minutes Australia did a whole thing with John Ramsey. This shit refuses to die.
It's kind of like the millennial version of D.B. Cooper.
Yeah.
In a way where there are so many theories. Theories are still flying around because there has been no real tangible new evidence that has come out. We don't know, except, well, there's one piece that we will talk about that I do think is very, very interesting. But the one thing that all of the new information that has come out since our series and the information that was available at the time, and it's convinced me even more so, and this is controversial, that the parents did not do it. I don't think necessarily that the Ramseys did it.
I think at this point it's controversial if you think the Ramseys did it. Because if you think the Ramseys did it, you're a fucking moron.
No, that is untrue. It is still extremely mainstream to think that they did it.
Well,
we will immediately receive many emails saying that there's a difference between being cold, emotionally unavailable parents and being ones that murder their children.
Yes, that's a huge difference. Just that there isn't a single piece of evidence that points towards the Ramseys.
Well,
in fact, every single piece of evidence points away from the Ramseys.
It's also, well, there are specifics, but then it seems to be who else would know that information that would allow that to be included, especially in the ransom note. We're going to go through in some detail.
It's such a sloppy murder to not be wrapped up.
Yeah. That's the thing about it is that, and we talk about it in the series. Is
the OG series, yeah.
Yeah, the OG series is the reason why it was not wrapped up and why is because the Boulder Police Department was highly incompetent.
A lot of things got fucked up in the investigation.
Really, really fucked up. Well, let's go through, before we really get into it, let's have like a bit of a refresh of what happened to JonBenét Ramsey.
Please.
Yay! Oh, Marcus, what happened?
Yeah, is she okay?
Yo, Marcus! Maybe this time the ending can be better.
She grew up and became Katy Perry.
Oh!
Well, but actually, we will get to that at the end. That was a very real thing. Yeah. Well, the body of 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey was discovered by her father in the basement of the Ramsey home on the... Well, okay, actually, I should do this. Maybe go a little true crime voicey.
Please.
The body of 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey was discovered by her father in the basement of the Ramsey home on the afternoon of December 26, 1996. Her body was left beaten, strangled, and sexually assaulted. JonBenét's mother, Patsy, realized her daughter was missing after finding a ransom note on the kitchen staircase, demanding $118,000. It was unusually long and presumed to be staged after the FBI determined the only fingerprints were from Patty and other officers. JonBenét's father, John, pointed out that money was the exact amount he received as a Christmas bonus.
Oh, what a wonderful little, this must be a gift list left by a curious young child. Oh, fat cats. I don't have $180,000. I don't know what I will do about this. Oh, down to the basement. Holy shit. It's not me. Santa doesn't have a dick.
Well, there is a theory that Santa Claus did it.
Mm-hmm. I have heard about this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
From who?
But if it was in the casting JonBenét.
You heard it from Hanukkah Harry.
Hanukkah Harry. He's like, I tell you what, that Kris Kringle's a son of a bitch.
Patsy called the police at 5 a.m. on December 26th. 2 police officers responded to the Ramsey house within 3 minutes. The police did not find any sign of forced entry. John made immediate plans to coordinate the ransom payments, while forensics swept the house. JonBenét's bedroom was the only room in the house cordoned off to prevent contamination of evidence. The police determined this was a kidnapping case. Meanwhile, friends, family, victims' advocates, and the family's minister all came to the house to pay their respects. One friend even cleaned up the kitchen and possibly destroyed evidence.
Yeah, there was a lot of problems. There was
Ton of problems.
Inexperienced investigators destroyed a lot of evidence. There was evidence that was left at the scene that was not really tied into anything, because we now know that there was a window with scuff marks and there was luggage that was left out. There was a lot of stuff. And then her body was also horribly mutilated, and she was sexually assaulted. So
I mean, you're getting way ahead of us here.
Oh, is it bad?
No, I mean, I'm going to be talking about all of the mutilations. I mean, come on. It's like there's one thing to just say, like, her body was super mutilated, but come on, you know?
Do it.
Yeah, what happened to her?
The autopsy revealed JonBenét was killed by strangulation and a skull fracture. Although no semen was found, there was a vaginal injury. The paintbrush was used to strangle her. The bristle end of the paintbrush was discovered amongst Patty's art supplies. They found pineapple in her stomach contents. John and Patsy both claimed they didn't feed JonBenét pineapple Christmas evening. See, that's better than just saying she was strangled, she was mutilated.
I didn't know the pineapple thing.
The pineapple thing does come up, and it does hurt people later on.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that they didn't actually find the body until 1 p.m.
Yeah.
That's when John and his friend Fleet White swept the house to see if anything seemed amiss. They were kind of just giving John something to do.
Yeah.
Like he's just kind of milling around. It's like, all right, just go check all the doors, like top to bottom, or all the rooms top to bottom. And then that's when they found JonBenét. Her mouth was covered in duct tape. Her wrists and neck were bound by a nylon cord and a paintbrush. And her torso was covered in a white blanket. And the police also failed to secure even that crime. They failed to secure even the crime scene where the body was found, because John picked up the body and carried it upstairs. And the cops didn't stop him. They didn't say anything like, no, this is a crime scene. Like, it was completely fucked. That's the reason why, like, that's why this crime, while it was so sloppy, has still never been solved. Probably never will be solved.
Didn't they fuck up too with like footprints outside, and they were like they didn't cordon off the front lawn, and there was snow, and so we couldn't figure out whose footprints were whose.
They just said like, oh, there were no footprints leading to and from the house, but that was just to kind of cover their own ass, because it's somebody, like, because somebody had to have left and returned to the house at some point, because all like the stun gun that was used to shock her was never found anywhere.
Well, that's a new revelation. That's brand new.
That's not brand new. Actually, we talked about it in our series.
I thought that the stun gun mark was like just recently confirmed to be a stun gun mark.
Bill James talked about it in his book Popular Crime. We talked about it. Like, that's been, the stun gun has been around for a long time.
Yeah, because also stun gun technology wasn't really new. Like, it wasn't, how do you put it? It hadn't been fully modernized.
Yeah.
So it was like, it was kind of very, very specific to see that it was a stun gun mark on her body.
How much of a pussy is this murderer that he has to stun gun a little girl before he bludgeons her?
What it is, it's stunning her. Like, the theory is that he stunned her in her bed.
Hey, you keep saying he. It could be a woman.
Didn't they find male DNA?
No Siemens.
No, they did find male underneath her fingernails.
Oh, no. Yeah, they found male DNA on her fingernails. But again, didn't match the father, didn't match the mother, didn't match the brother.
Matched nobody. That's the thing. Like, the FBI, like, ruled the Ramseys out within, like, few days. Like, it was the Boulder Police Department's like, no, it's the parents. No, it's the
But you don't understand. That's because her father was creating the
the computer program that helped plan 9/11.
I remember.
And so he got cut out because he bought the judges to have them not look into the case.
I remember.
And that it happens all the time. And it is not a difficult process. And certainly you're not watching the former president of the United States of America struggle with the own judges he hired. And there's, for a fact that it's so easy to flip them.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. But, that's what we like. That's basically what we know is, and that there was the ransom note was very long. They said it was
talking about fat cats.
Yeah, talking about fat cats. It was signed SBTC, which nobody has ever really figured out what SBTC means. Mm-hmm. It's, and the biggest thing about
Single Boy Titty Committee. Just thinking. Just spitballing here.
And, of course, the big thing is that JonBenét Ramsey was a child pageant star.
It was gross.
She had won a ton of prizes. Like, she was like the biggest she was basically the biggest child pageant star in America at the time.
She was the GOAT while she was still a kid. Goat here.
Eddie Tunes.
EddieTunes.com. Like, anytime
if you really want a thinker, if you want one that you have to stop for a second.
One that you can roll around while you're thinking about the details of the JonBenét Ramsey murder case.
And EddieTunes.com is where you can go to book this modern genius.
Even more of that.
No, I got a question about her. Do you think her body ever left the property?
No.
Like, she was never actually kidnapped?
No.
So what's the purpose of the note?
I have an idea, but we'll get to it.
Yeah. Well, let's go through some of the suspects that we didn't cover in our JonBenét Ramsey series, starting with Bill McReynolds. Police sources never considered Bill McReynolds or his wife Janet serious suspects, but Patsy and John referred to him, Bill McReynolds, as a suspect in their book, The Death of Innocence.
Now, who was he?
He was the guy who was hired to play Santa Claus.
He was Santa Claus.
It is not Santa Claus. He would never kill a child. Never get back at all these children who force him to work. All these precious Christian children. Each December forcing me to work.
When I got here, my suit was white.
Well, Bill had been hired. He was a retired University of Colorado journalism professor. Apparently, a very sweet man who just played. He hired himself. That was kind of his retirement job, hiring himself out to be Santa Claus.
Guilty. The man's guilty.
Patsy hired him to play Santa Claus at their Christmas parties in 1994, 1995, and 1996, which was the year that JonBenét was killed, because JonBenét was killed right around Christmas. So it was Christmas Eve that she was killed?
25th. That was Christmas night.
It's Christmas night, the night 25th going into the 26th.
I believe.
Yeah, because the Ramseys had a holiday party on December 23rd. And, of course, Bill McReynolds, had a little bit of a connection to JonBenét Ramsey. He said that she gave him a vial of glitter gold on Christmas one year, and that no child had ever given him a gift while being Santa. So he took the glitter with him to this heart operation.
That's nice.
That's nice. Because it's so nice from a little girl.
Every one of these men's description of JonBenét Ramsey makes me upset. You know what I mean? I don't know how to put this. I love our friends' kids.
Yeah.
But I don't see them. I kind of see little blobs.
Well, all of our friends' kids are very young.
Sure.
They're all toddlers. They're just now starting to get personality.
Yes. But I'm just saying that, when I look at children, I don't, register children.
Right.
No. Right? I don't think of children.
I just know that I can't smoke weed too close.
Yes, that's what I've been asked to do by society.
Yeah, but I have to watch my step.
But this man describing a 9-year-old as... this is when she's 6?
Yeah.
As with a pensive, almost retiring demeanor and an angelic glow. She's fucking, Charlize Theron?
For a little girl, she is. She's a champion 12 times over.
She is a champion.
So you're going to be this kid's sexy enough for the national stage. We got to throw her out there so that I can imagine what she's like when she's an adult.
No, you got to No, you got to think of him like saying it like Santa Claus, like a pensive, almost retiring demeanor with an angelic glow.
Yeah, but that's what you say about a town dentist.
Also, I'm not bringing glitter to a heart operation. That is.
They even tried to bring glitter into a fucking bedroom. Imagine what it'd be like being like, oh my God, his aorta is fabulous.
Well, this guy was at the Ramsey home for their holiday party on December 23rd. That is why he was questioned for the first time, because he was one of the many people in and out of the Ramsey home in the days leading up to JonBenét's death.
I hate to tell you this, okay? I know you guys all think I did this, me being Santa Claus. But what if I told you I couldn't possibly have done this? Because unfortunately, I am gay.
If they would have found her in the chimney, like
Covered in coal. Yeah, and get like reindeer fur on her. Yeah.
Well, and originally,
It'd be difficult. And Christmas wouldn't be the same, would it?
Live from your grave.
This podcast is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one website platform that helps you stand out online. Yes, that's right. You don't have to smash your face with a hammer. You can just start a business. It's got everything you need on Squarespace, from securing your domain to building a professional site and showcasing your work all in one place. Let's say you want to show everybody how you can carve your ribs out of your lower abdomen so that you look more like a Ken doll. That's amazing. You can bring your vision to life with AI-powered design or curated templates, plus flexible editing tools that helps you create something that truly reflects your style, especially if you are somebody that is trying to corrupt the young men of America. That's what Squarespace is really going to help you. Squarespace makes it easy. It makes it easy for you to put all that together, and you just go to Squarespace and do it all. Thanks, Braden. Head to squarespace.com/left for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, use offer code LEFT to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Summer means freedom. And for adults, summer means work next to freedom. But thanks to Mint Mobile's summer sale, it can almost feel like the work is playtime for the adults. Right now, all of Mint's plans are $15 per month, even unlimited. Free yourself from big wireless and switch to Mint Mobile for high-speed data and coverage on the T-Mobile 5G network. It's so well connected, I could call from anywhere. Deep from well within my bunker, where my AI-fueled robots slowly but surely toil for me, but I know for a fact I'm saving money on my phone plan. Or up above, where I'm training all of my giant Amazon female warriors who will fight in bulletproof mesh. Also, honestly, Mint Mobile's really cheap and it's really reliable, so you should use it. To get your new wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's mintmobile.com/LPOTL. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/LPOTL. That's it. There's no catch. Upfront payment of $45 per 3 months, $90 for 6 months, or $180 for 12 months. Plan required, $15 per month equivalent. Taxes and fees extra. Initial plan term only. Greater than 50 gigabytes may slow when network is busy. Includes up to 20 gigabyte hotspot. Capable device required. Availability, speed, and coverage varies. See mintmobile.com. In the United States of America, there's a break-in every 26 seconds. That means somewhere, right now, an intruder is getting closer. The problem is most security systems only alert you after a break-in has already started. That's too late. Choose SimpliSafe to secure your home. Using the Outdoor Camera Series 2 and advanced AI alerts, SimpliSafe's US-based live agents identify threats on your property and help deter them, stopping crimes before it starts. That's real peace of mind. They've got a really great security system that makes sure people don't get in your house or it makes a big noise. And to me, that's a big deal for me, is that it protects all of our yelling with a siren in our studio, which is one of the most important things that can be protected. I don't care if thieves come and kidnap us. I don't care if marauders come and steal our staff and bring them to another country against their will. As long as our words aren't affected, as long as our precious data isn't affected. And SimpliSafe does that. And for that, I say, God bless you, SimpliSafe. God fucking God bless you. God bless you, Simply Safe. God bless you. Experience greater peace of mind with Simply Safe, now available with an exclusive discount for our listeners. Right now, you can get 50% off your new system by visiting simplysafe.com/LPOTL. That's half off at simplysafe.com/LPOTL. There's no safe like Simply Safe.
Well, an original prosecutor on the case told CNN that Bill McReynolds gave JonBenét a card that year with a message saying, "You will receive a special gift after Christmas." I just can't do a fat guy voice. I'm not fat.
Yes,
That wasn't
you
bad.
will receive.
No, it's not
That's not
bad,
bad.
but it's... And,
You got to gain more weight around the throat.
oh, yeah, that's right. My throat's too skinny. Like,
You will receive a special gift after Christmas.
let me try it like this.
You will receive a special gift after Christmas.
Please, you want to really get into the bees. It's the bees is where
Here,
it works out.
let me show you. Here's my fat man voice. Hey, Marcus.
He did it to himself.
He did it to himself. He did it. He's a good roaster can roast himself.
As a matter of fact, he roasts himself first each morning.
That's right.
That's right. My
So-
nuts.
Well, there was also the fact that his wife, Janet, had written a play with eerie similarities to the case. The plot revolved around the real-life murder of a 16-year-old girl from Indianapolis who was molested and tortured before being left dead in a basement.
So it was like a farce or
It was
a musical?
A susicle.
The McReynolds family also had a tragedy on December 26, but 22 years earlier in 1974, when their daughter and her friend were kidnapped and the daughter witnessed her friend be sexually assaulted. No one was ever charged for the crimes.
Could be that person.
Yeah. The McReynolds told police that they were extra sensitive to the nature of this crime due to what happened to their daughter.
Yeah, it sounds like she wrote the play about what happened to their daughter.
I think she just tried to deal with it.
Yeah.
People try to deal with it a different way.
Yeah, I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's why she wrote that play.
It's not about killing JonBenét Ramsey.
No, it's about what happened to their fucking family.
I think so. The couple gave handwriting and hair samples to the police, never formally linked to the murder, but they got enough shit. They had to deal with enough bullshit. They fucking moved to Cape Cod.
Oh, yeah,
So
sure.
they could just end up, Bill McReynolds died of a heart attack in September 2002.
But now he can go up to heaven and meet the real Santa.
Mm.
A weird old Greek man named Nicholas. That I believe he crawled out of the gut of a deer or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, those old timey
Yeah.
style
Where he's
miracles.
like, Yule man.
Yeah.
Give me more little people.
Well, okay, Bill McReynolds, not a suspect.
Not a
guilty.
suspect.
But-
Not a suspect.
but-
Glad we spent that time.
But there's Candy Cane Man. It sounds very much like a creepy Candy Cane Man.
Candy Cane Man.
I'm Candy Cane Man. This suspect took one of the decorative candy canes that lined the front walkway at the Ramseys' house the night of the murder. He removed it from their yard a week after the murder, quote, because it was there.
Oh, like Mount Everest.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we used to do that. We used to steal people's lawn stuff around Christmas time.
Yeah, I mean, a little girl was raped or murdered in the house, but yeah,
You
you don't want to do that all the time.
last thing they want to do is see candy canes. It just reminds them of their little girl. I'm helping them out.
I don't know. I think honestly, Patsy Ramsey is a very strange woman, so I do think that she might have been like, the candy cane's gone. Like, she might be that style of like, there was supposed to be 27 candy canes. Now there's only 26. How much else are we supposed to lose? What else bad can happen at Christmas?
Again, a very strange woman,
Yeah.
but not a murderer.
I must change my sweater. All the police officers are here.
Yeah. Like Jane Curtin in Coneheads. However, it turns out some of the candy canes were missing on December 26th when JonBenét's body was found. The investigators believe the killer or killers could have taken them as a souvenir of sorts, so they turned their attention to their man, who also once admitted to having an obsession with JonBenét and built a shrine to her that he now keeps on his laptop.
I'm going to say the JonBenét Ramsey Shrine seems to be a thing that keeps popping up, and it's kind of rough.
It's really common.
It seems to be a lot of these
disturbingly-
guys.
It's disturbingly common.
Yeah, and I do see why, as soon as I know that you have a JonBenét Ramsey Shrine, like, you do end up on the list of subjects.
Oh, without
on the
doubt.
suspects. You're going to be on that list.
Yeah, you're going to be questioned.
Yes, someone's
Yeah.
going to come and look at you because, again, it's just hard to, if she had a TV show, we can maybe talk about it. Like, if she'd put out an album,
Uh-huh.
you know what I mean? But you can't just, how do you put it?
Make a shrine to it.
full-time stan over a local child's pageant winner. Yeah. Seems
She
to
never
be,
knew how famous she got.
She would have been so happy. She would have met Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
No, but this man voluntarily provided a DNA sample and was cleared when it didn't match the samples found underneath JonBenét's fingernail.
He aggressively offered a DNA sample, which I did not like. And
I'm painting the police department with my DNA.
oh, what you want? Hey, listen, so do you want some from today or from last week? Because I save each droplet of cum. Every time I think of JonBenét Ramsey, I try to save each droplet of cum I express, even thinking about her, just so that maybe one day, if I could bring her bones back to life, I can put a child inside of her. Is that enough? Is that? Am I being detained?
Not guilty.
Well, the big to do.
I wish I was guilty.
I wish
it was me.
Don't you wish? God, what it would have been like to do it. So excited. I wish I could have been there.
Well, the big to do when it came to JonBenét Ramsey's suspects.
I wish it was me. My dream role.
The big to do came in 2016 when Burke Ramsey, JonBenét's older brother, he was the one who was 9 at the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
He was 9.
He was 9. He went on the Dr. Phil show and spoke about his sister's disappearance for the very first time. And his appearance on the show, he was again weird.
Yeah.
Like he was a weird guy.
Yeah, 'cause
he was smiling a little bit too much for people's liking. And of course, they all started pointing at her. He did it. He did it. The most popular theory that Burke did it is more or less that he got up for a midnight snack of pineapple, and when JonBenét heard him, she got up, followed him to the kitchen. She stole some of his pineapple. She had undigested pineapple in her stomach when she died, and so he lost his temper, hit JonBenét over the head with a flashlight. The family panicked, and John and Patty staged the scene to make it look like a stranger broke into the home, and then they wrote the note and they called the 911, and that's the stupidest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yes, and they say apparently if you listen to the 911 call, the original one is that you hear John saying, "We're not speaking to you," Patsy saying, "What did you do?" while Burke was replying, "What did you find?" I just think it sounds like the normal chaos of a family finding that their young daughter is dead in their basement.
Well, they did not-
It's missing.
Missing, yeah.
Yeah, but still, I think that's...
You're frantic.
Yeah, it's the
You're
day after Christmas. Your child is missing.
Yeah.
You're freaking out.
Yeah, you just found a ransom note.
Yes.
Also, I just saw casting JonBenét, and they're like, could a 9-year-old boy really crack a girl's skull open with a MacLeod flashlight? And then they hired all these 9-year-old boys to crack watermelons open with a MacLead, and it just immediately was like, bam, bam, bam. It's just like,
Holy shit. But also, a human head is much tougher than a watermelon.
Is it 6-year-old's head tougher than a watermelon?
maybe not.
Let's go find out. Excuse me. I'm just going to go down the street. There's a child. You see, we have that dance school.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me go find out. This is the issue is that this is one of those where I'm just immediately like, I can't even ingest this theory.
It's just so fucking dumb.
They point towards Burke had shat in his sister's bed, and they had some conflicts, and he had sort of a violent outburst against her once before. I don't see. I'm now, maybe what it is. It's hard. Maybe I can't always extrapolate, but I've seen a lot of police investigation footage. I've seen a lot of it, and the concept, and from what I've read in my years of reading true crime, the concept of parents covering for one child is extremely rare. For the murder of another child from within the family.
Rare? I can't name a single fucking example.
I'm being fair.
Yeah.
I'm saying that I've not really heard, unless you're the Murdoch unless you're literally a crime family. Like the Murdoch family will be known in history as a crime family.
Yes.
Like Lori Vallow, Chad Daybell. That's a crime family now. That is a thing that they are committing. They're doing all of this, but
But even then, the Murdochs weren't it's fucking insane. Yeah.
It's just like one of those things. It's just it's outliers.
Yeah.
And so the idea of someone covering for their kid, to me, doesn't necessarily make It just doesn't make sense. I don't really understand why you would do that when you already, because it's like the two kids are gone. You're just going to get blamed yourself. You're going to be it's going to be a whole thing. But the evidence just isn't there.
And also, why keep the child, if you're going to do that, why keep the child in the house?
She also didn't die from the head wound. The head wound is not how she died. She died from the strangulation. So that is one thing. They said they didn't discover the head wound until after, like they had lifted her body and they moved it. So it wasn't even that notice. It was a head wound, but it wasn't like smashing a watermelon with a mag light.
And it would probably be a lot more of a mess if a 9-year-old did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And that again, my opinion.
But the thing that come back with that is that it occurred in the kitchen. And remember, the family friends had cleaned up the kitchen accidentally.
Cleaned up all that.
So all that evidence is gone.
And then the idea that so Burke is 9 years old. So Burke is 9. He's going to kill his little sister. Like, it just doesn't make any sense that you would go through all of especially if you're going to fake it. If you are going to fake it and cover up for your kid. So then you're going to go ahead and sexually molest your dead daughter's corpse, right? Like, might be hard language. But if you're going to go ahead and do that, right? Like, that's insane. And then you are now going to write a note that then with the number on it that points to you. I still think that all of this is this is all from the outside, but
it's of course all from the outside.
Oh, he's also, of course he was weird.
Yeah,
of course he reacted weirdly after the fact. Of course he was, he might have disliked his sister. He was 9. Yeah. Like he said that he drew a bunch of pictures of the family without JonBenét in it. He was probably he probably got sick of her. Yeah, she probably got all of the attention.
Of course she got all the attention.
She got all stuff. So in that way, maybe we're building more of a case, but not for a 9-year-old, not for a normal
That's all
kid.
Shit's totally normal.
Yeah. Yes.
You used to torture Jackie. You didn't kill her.
Jackie was the physical one. She was the one that used to hurt me. And then I'd get hurt. And then I'd hurt back.
Yeah.
And then my mom would come in and then she'd start crying.
So fast.
But then she'd start crying. She'd start crying.
Yeah, didn't you?
I was stuck.
Didn't you pour milk on your chest and shake your breasts at her or something like that?
That was when we were getting along.
Yeah, that was then the
night. We used to
the
do
the man of the night.
Yeah, King of the Night.
King of the Night.
Yeah, because I used to put my homecoming king crown on, and used to come in and pour milk all over my chest,
and that made you King of the Night.
Yeah, yeah. What was wrong, man?
Well, now that we've gone through those old suspects, let's go through some of the newer ones that have come up since we recorded our episode.
Did we talk about the housekeeper last time?
I don't think we talked about the housekeeper at all last time.
Was it in the notes?
We have to talk about the housekeeper.
We have to talk.
So we're going to do this right now.
You go ahead and you go for the housekeeper. You take the lead on this one.
So one of the biggest issues, I think red flags in here. So there is information in that. So we brought up the ransom note. So this ransom note was written. We know that there was a couple, quote unquote, scrap draft ransom notes that were written and were found in the garbage. We know that the person who was asking for ransom was asking for a number that matched John Ramsey's Christmas bonus.
$118,000.
So they saw it, right? They saw that amount of money. And so there was some tie-in to their housekeeper. So now their housekeeper, who did technically sue and won a defamation lawsuit because she was named in the book.
Yeah.
In the Death of Innocence. Her name was Linda Hoffman Pugh. She was deemed a suspect because the statements being made by the police about her, first up, just asking for a loan. The night after the murder, the police showed up at Hoffman Pugh's house and demanded that she write the number $180,000 on a piece of paper, and then went to go get all the DNA to try to sort her out, right? So she did not appear in the DNA that was underneath JonBenét Ramsey's fingernails. She said that her husband and Patsy, both, so the housekeeper's, the housekeeper tried to throw Patsy under the bus. So essentially trying to say that Patsy had multiple personalities. Where Patsy is just a run-of-the-mill, kind of rich, aggravating woman.
Yeah.
Right? I think you can maybe see that, right? But it's very interesting is that Linda Hoffman Pugh had called Patsy a couple of days before Christmas. So she said her sister, who was her landlord, was going to evict her and she didn't come up with her past due rent. She asked Patsy if she could borrow $2,500. Patsy consoled Linda and agreed to lend her the money. In fact, Patsy had intended to leave the check for Linda on the kitchen counter before leaving for the Michigan trip, which they left when they came back, right? Which is what all this happened after they came back. Linda would let herself in the house and pick it up while they were gone for the holidays. And she would say weird stuff. Should Linda remark one time, JonBenét's so pretty, aren't you afraid that someone might kidnap her? Which is like a fun thing for your housekeeper.
My mother used to say that kind of stuff all the time.
Yeah, I know. No, it's just
That's just off-color
That's
shit.
90s talk, like fear that everyone's getting kidnapped.
Mhm.
Yes. So they got her out of there. So the theory is that Linda Hoffman Pugh led JonBenét into their basement, right? This is possible. What if, using pineapple, not much like she is a
Dog.
using pineapple.
Yeah, using pineapple.
Yeah. But probably feeding her pineapple and bringing her down, because it sounds like it's a thing that she really liked, right? An attempt to trick her employers into leaving her money for ransom. So there's some evidence pointing towards there could possibly be two people that have come into this house. So what if this housekeeper comes in that night, lets people into the house to quote unquote kidnap JonBenét Ramsey? They stun gun the little girl. They attempt to bring her down. She brings them downstairs. They stun gun the little girl. They attempt to do it. They kill the little girl in the process. They then have to figure out what to do with the body. This is why the piece of luggage was left out. That's why there's a scuff on the window. It's because they probably came in through the window and then tried to put the body into the suitcase, couldn't figure it out. And that's why there's also they were all trying to figure out what to do. This is where
So they started playing with a vagina?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Let her get in there. Come on.
Trying to get a suit?
No, I'm just saying that. No,
This woman has already sued someone for
not
defamation.
her. No, not her. I'm saying there are two other people that were involved in this.
So 3 total.
Yes. And they came in to do the job to try to extract the money. Like, it was all just supposed to be a kidnapping and ransom. Something went wrong. And, when we talk, if you're going to hire 2 guys to kidnap, like, I bet you there's a little bit of a chance that one of them might have other predilections, and that might go a little too far in the room while you're dealing with something, and then now you have to deal with it.
I don't. That
And what?
no.
what, she's gotta go
so he's
upstairs?
gonna hire someone, and this guy's just gonna be like, I just can't help myself. I've got to molest this little girl right now.
You know what's funny? Yes. I think that's exactly what's happening.
And then what? They send the housekeeper up to write the note?
Yes.
And because she knows it's
That's a
85% match
It's just a theory.
on the handwriting to Patsy?
Well, it's close.
Well, the handwriting analysis is suspect.
It's all over the place.
It's all over the place. Like I've seen people claim that the handwriting matches like 4 different people. That was something that we talked about in the alternative, that it like matched Patsy to 85%. But apparently the people who they use some sort of like new technique that wasn't quite proven yet to match the handwriting, and it wasn't necessarily it's all muddled. It's like everything in this fucking case. Everything is muddled because they say that it matches like other people whose DNA doesn't match what was found underneath her fingernails. It's just it's a mess.
Okay.
The whole thing is an absolute fucking mess. You want to get some new suspects?
So
well, that was that's one theory.
So you think the housekeeper did it?
No, I don't think anything. I legitimately
It is the housekeeper theory is a theory that people put forth.
Yes,
Yeah.
it is a theory.
Yeah, it is a theory.
If you even remotely knew them, you're a suspect, right?
Yes, that is the absolute truth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because someone with inside knowledge made this happen.
Maybe.
Well, I think that's the reason why there was a specific amount. The number.
The $118,000 is too weird.
That is the thing that makes it all. You wonder what the fuck happened. How do they know that specific number?
Well, it would point towards somebody at least being in the house beforehand, because there was a pay stub in the house that said $118,000.
Yeah, so it could have been somebody who's there all night. Somebody just rolling around.
Yeah, so that doesn't necessarily mean that somebody is there for an inside jet, that somebody knew the Ramseys beforehand. It could have been somebody who wandered into the house during the Christmas party and saw the pay stub. Mm-hmm. It could have been somebody who was rummaging around the house while everyone is asleep and saw the pay stub. Could be the caterer, could be fucking anybody.
Never blame the caterer.
Yeah.
Oh, how else they get all that pineapple and Boulder around Christmas?
No, the caterer's how you get your fucking good drugs.
Rise from your grave.
Last Podcast on the Left is excited to collaborate with Audible. Audible has a massive range of ad-free crime fiction, nonfiction, and true crime podcasts. You know, there's so many things you could do while you're listening to an audiobook. You can clean up your own personal crime scene, and that's easy to do, and you can learn it all from books. Some people also listen to audiobooks to go to sleep. But you could check out podcasts like This American Life, titles from true crime greats like Michael Connelly and Agatha Christie, and Audible originals like Dr. Death, The Cowboy. You can find whatever you're looking for on Audible. Plus, you can multitask while you do it. Find your next mystery on Audible. Audible. Stories that speak to you. New members can start listening with a 30-day free trial at audible.com/left. Is there anything better than a summer evening outdoors? Enjoy your space to the fullest with new greenery from Fast Growing Trees. I love a big, thick bush. Fast Growing Trees is America's largest, most trusted online nursery, and they can send me a big, thick bush any time of the day. It arrives at work. It arrives at my car. I can pinpoint on a Google map where it is. Send me a big, thick, brown bush. And they send it immediately when they have it, because sometimes the shaver comes to town. I remember one time I ordered a cherry wood tree from Fast Growing Trees. And my God, I couldn't cut it down, no matter what my father told me to do. I had to lie to him about it. And next thing you know, I became the first president of the United States of America. And even you can become the first president of the United States of America with Fast Growing Trees. Right now, get up to half off select summer planning essentials, plus get an additional 20% off your first purchase with code LEFT at checkout. That's an additional 20% off at fastgrowingtrees.com with code LEFT at checkout. Offer is valid for a limited time only. Terms and conditions apply. This is a paid ad by BetterHelp. It's so important to remember with the busyness of the holidays, every holiday, Arbor Day, that day about the planet, President's Day. There's so many things to adapt to in this life, you know, and it doesn't follow a perfect plan. God, ruins the whole weekend. But therapy with BetterHelp, the world's largest online therapy platform, it can be a space to pause, reevaluate, and adjust to any unexpected changes. With over 30,000 therapists worldwide, BetterHelp is one of the leading online therapy platforms, having served millions of people globally. BetterHelp makes it easier to fit therapy into your routine. You're in good hands, too. BetterHelp therapists have at least 3 years and 1,000 hours of hands-on experience, and hold all required education, training, and certifications. It's easy to do, and the help is better over there. You don't have to navigate life's changes alone. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/lastpod. That's betterhelp.com/lastpod.
Well, let's start with Glenn Meyer. Glenn Meyer's ex-wife, Charlotte Hay, said, quote, "I believe my husband killed JonBenét. I knew he was capable of it."
Cool.
Glenn...
So you guys got on well.
Glenn Meyer lived in the basement of JonBenét's now deceased elderly babysitters, Joe and Betty Barnhill, and apparently had a shrine to the slain child with pictures and newspaper clippings.
That's two.
Yeah, I mean, you know, my mom had a shrine to Judy Garland. She didn't fucking put cigarettes in her throat.
You don't know what happened. You don't know what happened between your mother and Judy Garland.
Judy Garland is one thing. A child murder victim is another entirely.
Yeah, there's many shrines to Judy Garland all over America.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And JonBenét.
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
yes.
She's a cultural icon at this point.
You know why? Because again, if she had put out an album, she's not Selena. You know what I mean? She is
but she's beloved.
I'm not saying. Well, it's because she's a. how do you put this? It's because she's a beautiful little girl.
Are you going to call her a no-talent hack?
I'm just saying, how'd she get this gig? Oh, so we're going to give Mark Twain prizes to everyone?
Well, this guy, Glenn Meyer, allegedly also had a photograph of a Navy Avenger aircraft in his basement with SBTC lettering on it. The same, the end of the ransom note said SBTC.
Okay.
The media site Radar Online claims that his handwriting matched the ransom note, but the handwriting analysis on this case thus far has been completely invalid with methods completely made up for this case alone. So who knows if this claim is conducive with factual handwriting analysis. According to a news story, private investigators through the online group JonBenét Investigations found...
They must have fun parties.
Founder Roscoe J. Clark and co-investigator Derek Bromerich traveled to Colorado and obtained a DNA sample from a discarded cigarette after pursuing and stalking Glenn Meyer. Clark told Radar Online, "This could be the breakthrough everyone has been waiting for during the past 24 years, and it's based on hard evidence and forensic science. I'm 100% positive we have the right suspect, and we can't rule this person out." These amateur investigators think that possibly 2 men were involved with the murder of JonBenét. However, nothing yet has come from the cigarette.
Yeah, where's that information?
Not there.
It's been like 6 years.
It's not
These guys
out.
are like Bigfoot hunters.
Oh, look, no, but this is what we're saying. This is becoming
It's a cottage industry.
It's a pastime.
Yeah.
This is why, like, even as we put out this episode, we're going to get many people yelling about the things that we've done wrong or said wrong, which I understand because they were living their whole lives researching this. It's just the truth. But it's also, like, there's only so much you can look into. We hired our team. We put our whole team of researchers into it. And we're looking at this information. This is as much as we could find.
Yeah. I mean, but that's the thing. You can't cover every single tiny little theory because, as you said, like, everybody who was connected to the Ramseys in any way was considered a suspect at some point. And that's the thing. Not necessarily considered a suspect by the Boulder police or by the FBI. More like these fucking internet sleuths.
Yeah.
Also, when you relook at this ransom note, I'm looking at it right now, and what I find interesting about it is that, which they also talk about all the time, is its length. Like that it's extremely long.
It's very long. It's 300 and some odd words long.
And when they dotted the I's, they did the little circle instead of that.
Yes, which is very strange, very specific.
Yeah.
But all of that is done on purpose. I believe that the A's in this are specifically changed in order for them to look different. If you can look, it looks a little strange. If you looked at the it's very, but the thing that points out to me is, number one, is that it's written very cleanly and legibly online, and like within the lines. They thought about what they were going to write.
Mm-hmm.
This is a planned thought. They thought about this. They had about 20 minutes alone in the house to do this. So whatever it is that they had, they knew what they were going to say, essentially. Yeah. And they did talk about, like, someone that knew something along the lines of police investigation. Or they acted like it. I just weird for Patsy Ramsey to write something like this. I don't know if Patsy Ramsey's going to write victory at the end of your ransom note.
Yeah, after murdering the
It's up to you now, John.
Was this something about foreign powers or something like that?
Oh,
Was
yeah.
it? Like,
Yeah.
they like thought it was like a weird, like,
Well, it's because there's not truth in it, but it was John Ramsey worked for a company that was a software company that worked for the government, that had a bunch of government contracts, and there was some story.
was it Lockheed Martin?
Yeah.
No, was it Lockheed Martin?
Yeah, I think it was
I know
Lockheed
they're
Martin.
in Boulder. I know that much.
Yeah, it's Lockheed Martin.
Yeah.
From what I remember.
JonBenét Ramsey. Oh, yeah. He was the executive officer of Access Graphics. It was a computer services company.
Okay.
And he worked with, and so Access Graphics had a, it's interesting. It was just there's a lot of ties to maybe they were doing work for a computer program that some people were trying to say was tied into all these 9/11 conspiracies.
Yeah.
And that he was a part of that there was like, so there, that side, that's what feeds that, all of those conspiracy theory rumors.
Oh yeah, there's a whole, like, JonBenét Ramsey is tied into, like, people tie it to MK Ultra, people tie it to 9/11 was an inside job. Like, this is one of those stories that people can plug whatever they want into it because it is so sloppy and there's so much shit going on. And yeah, I mean, John Ramsey was a very connected individual. He was involved in a lot of shit.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are a ton of, you can make so many fucking connections to this case that you kind of lose what's right in front of you.
Yeah. Who killed the Lindbergh baby? It's very similar.
Oh God, what was his name?
That we got to do that.
Yeah, we're gonna
I want to
that.
do because Charles Lindbergh is a fascinating character.
Charles Lindbergh's a massive piece of shit.
Yeah, we should cover him.
He's a fucking Nazi.
Yeah, but that, I mean, fascinating.
Yeah, no, he's fascinating. But yeah, he is a Nazi. That's what I'm saying. He's a Nazi.
Yeah.
He was like this American hero that was also a Nazi.
Yeah, he's very interesting. But yeah, I think that the dingo did it.
Well, let's move on to the next suspect, a guy named Gary Olivia. This guy is disturbing.
Okay.
Michael Vale, who knew Olivia in high school and had many, many interactions with Oliva throughout the years, remarked that Gary Oliva was named Scary Gary in high school. And so Michael Vale took pity on Oliva and allowed him to quote-unquote orbit around Vale's friend group in high school. It was like the artsy kids, the poet kids.
Yeah, the understanding kids.
Yes, the kids that will bring a weirdo in. It's like, yeah, Scary Gary, we'll keep him around. He's scary. He's very scary, but hey, somebody's going to hang out with Gary.
Yeah.
Oliva continued writing to Vale following high school, and his letters became more dark and depraved by 1989. He started frequently writing about blood, murder, cannibalism, and child rape. Within 2 years, Oliva was arrested for raping a 7-year-old girl and attempting to strangle his mother with a telephone cord.
Very good suspect.
Good, yes.
Very good.
This has got legs.
Yeah. In the years that followed, Oliva continued mailing Vale sadistic tape recordings and locks of children's hair with newspaper clippings. In a letter to Michael Vale, Gary Oliva wrote, quote,
I never loved anyone like I did JonBenét, and yet I let her slip, and her head bashed in half, and I watched her die. It was an accident. Please believe me, she was not like other kids.
Yeah. In another letter, he wrote,
JonBenét, ooh, mamacita, completely changed me and removed all evil from me. Just one look at her beautiful face, her glowing, beautiful skin, and her divine God body. I realized I was wrong to kill other kids. Yet by accident, she died, and it was my fault.
it's like a fucking true detective character.
Yeah.
Put flowers on.
Yeah, Henry, you're hired. This guy did it.
Well, Vale claims that Oliva called him on the night of December 26, 1996, saying that he had hurt a little girl and that he was in the Boulder, Colorado area. The next morning, Vale found out about JonBenét's death in the newspaper and immediately called the Boulder Police Department to give them the tip. Never heard back from the investigators. Because they just, and also Gary Oliva attended a candlelight vigil shortly after the murder. And that's something that UC murders do a lot.
All the time.
Yeah, they go to funerals, they go to vigils, they go anywhere where people are feeling sad about the case and they soak it up.
This is the guy.
See, when they found Oliva, this is interesting from Rolling Stone. Like approximately when they found him, his phone, because he was arrested in 2016 on child porn charges. So he was selling child porn. And he had this is what they found, quote, approximately 335 photos that had something to do with JonBenét Ramsey. Some were regular photographs of her found online. One of these photographs, 19 were images from her autopsy, likely from the photographs that had been leaked to the press in years past. There were also many photographs that would appear to be shrines to JonBenét Ramsey. It is unknown that these shrines are located, or if they were created by Oliva or not. I observed in the contact section of Oliva's phone that there were many references to JonBenét Ramsey. In the video section of the phone, I found several videos that were tributes to JonBenét Ramsey as well. I just got a weird feeling that this guy might not be cool.
No.
Why is he not a suspect?
Well,
it seems like an easier thing to cover.
He got. He was considered a suspect in the year 2000. Police found a photo of JonBenét.
Correlation's not causation.
Yeah. A poem he'd written titled Ode to JonBenét and a stun gun. And ultimately, his DNA did not match what was found at the crime scene.
Yeah.
His DNA, that was it. So he was just
I'm with that other guy. I wish I was there. Man, oh man. Can somebody just describe to me what he was like?
Here's some other fun facts about Gary Oliva. He was apparently arrested for illegally entering the University of Colorado Boulder's Fine Arts building after hours. Oliva had a penchant for stealing art supplies and had a sexual attraction to a skeleton the department had on display. It sounds like he continuously broke into the building to sleep in art rooms, but mainly because he wanted to be close to the skeleton.
Oh, is that what Harrison Ford's doing? Got you, Callista.
So he loves art supplies. She was killed with a fucking paintbrush.
Well, then he also, in 1991, he tried to kill his own mother with a telephone cord.
Yeah.
During the course of the assault.
What is
Oliva
even
threatened
happening
his mother,
here?
stating, I should have killed you a long time ago. I made other threats to kill her. He also stated that when the sheriff arrives, they will find you dead. That was 5 years later. That was, he spent 17 months in jail for the attempted murder, and then he moved to Colorado. So he was in Colorado at the time.
Yeah, and he used to hang out at the University of Colorado a lot, and he'd just hang out on the campus. He'd drop in on classes. He'd just sit in the back.
He was
I used
also
to do that, but I started falling asleep and they found me out.
Yeah, and you're being like, why do you keep breaking into school just to be bored? Gary Oliva was also reportedly using an address 10 blocks from the Ramsey home for a long time while he was just being a drifter.
He had a buddy with him. She scratched the buddy.
Yep.
He did it.
Yep. And then one day JonBenét's body was found. Val claims that Oliva called him sobbing and said, I just heard a little girl. But I think he meant by beating her really hard in Mario Kart, not giving her a chance. And then fearing that Oliva did something with the crime, they called the Boulder Police Department. They never returned Val. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Gary Oliva, the knots used in the garrote to strangle JonBenet were strikingly similar to those when Oliva choked his mother with a telephone cord.
He said when 48 Hours talked to him, he says, I believe that she came to me after she was killed and revealed herself to me. I would like to see a memorial set up for her. I haven't seen that anywhere. Except in my home. Oh, yay.
He once sent Vale a drawing titled JonBenet Christ, where it's a drawing of a smiling JonBenet crucified on the cross.
Yeah. And then he drew a nice, lovely picture of her. And he said, there is infinite space in your garden here. All they need do is enter. You, JonBenet, it would be worth it to take the blame for her.
Is he in prison currently? Yeah, right?
I think he was released.
He actually just got released in January.
Yeah, he's got a podcast. He actually was just about to be, I believe he's going to be on Rogan. Bitching, he's going to be great. Yeah, no, he is out. He was supposed to be set to release for prison in 2025. However, in January 2024, he was released early. Don't worry, so he's out there. So go ahead and say hi, everybody. Wow. Hey, Mr. Oliva. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I mean, I don't mean to, cast aspersions or throw shade on anybody, but he looks like Lemmy.
No.
Oh, man.
Hey, he doesn't.
He does kind of. Like
a little
Lenny
bit, yeah,
mixed
sure.
Danny Trejo.
Yeah.
And he has these 4 scars going down the cheek of his face.
Yeah. I actually don't know if he could. Again, what's like fucked up is that I don't know if it was him either.
Arrest him and put him on trial.
I think that there's no evidence.
Yeah, I don't think there's enough
We just
evidence.
listed a shit ton of evidence.
All of that is circumstantial, my friend.
All circumstantial. A lot of people confess to crimes they didn't commit.
A lot of them want this. We talk a lot of times about the games that serial killers play once they're in jail because they need to figure out ways to get their fix for all their various antisocial personality disorders. Mm-hmm. So they, like John Wayne Gacy manipulated people from inside of jail. Richard Ramirez manipulated people from inside of jail. Yeah. Charles Manson famously had a whole bunch of people. So
yeah, the whole network.
And once you're in jail, like this guy, like Gary Oliva ain't getting any more popular. Yeah. Maybe after this, who's gonna get that last podcast bump? But it's not good.
Well, the most recent update that we have is just from I think a month ago.
Yeah,
something like that. Yeah, the 60 Minutes Australia did a full segment with John Ramsey because Patsy Ramsey died 6 years ago, 10 years ago, maybe.
Yeah, so
yeah. But yeah, she's been dead for a while. But yeah, John Ramsey is still coming forth and saying it's like people still think we did it, and they've been they have been ruled out since like week 2.
Okay.
There was
I understand why, right? Because with police and with all investigations, they stick to the family. They always, because 80 to 95% of the time, murders happen by somebody that you know. They happen by somebody who knows you. Like very rarely, like that's why it's like all of the serial murder that we've ever covered still falls in that like 15% markage of homicides that don't involve, like, because that's how rare it is that you are killed by a stranger.
But they have no motive.
Well, they do. Well, rape and sex and potentially blackmail. So this is something different. So when you look at this, so they never gave any serious thought to there being an intruder, and they also essentially destroyed all the evidence in the process of proving that there was an intruder while they were trying to figure out if the parents did it.
And then they had to backtrack. Like once they realized that they destroyed all the evidence, they had to fit which cops do this shit all the time. They try to fit a suspect into the evidence.
Of course.
Instead of following the evidence to the suspect, they start with a suspect and try to fit him into the evidence. Cops do it fucking all the time.
Yeah, because they didn't like the Ramseys. Because
Yeah.
you met the Ramseys and they were super fucking weird. And then Burke was also weird to you. You didn't like Burke. So
It's also easy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing, because it's the other thing, too.
It's also kind of statistically,
yes.
it's who does it.
And the cop wanted to hire the Santa Claus, but he was already booked. And so he's like, hey, I wanted the Santa Claus. Fuck you guys.
Like, I haven't worked in a year since everybody said I murdered JonBenét Ramsey. I'm forced to be an Easter Bunny.
But the big thing that this 60 Minutes thing talked about was that 9 months after JonBenét was killed, on September 14th, 1997, a similar crime occurred. Another little girl named Amy was sexually assaulted by an intruder, but the mother was able to intervene and the perpetrator escaped. Amy and JonBenét knew each other because they were in the same dance class.
Okay.
But Boulder Police Department refused to look into any links between the cases because, of course, they're still on the fucking parents.
Oh, yes. And then the ultimate one, which is the photographs of the open window with the scuff marks on the wall of someone coming in, maybe in or out, the suitcase with broken glass in it. The photographic evidence could have shown how the intruder left the Ramsey house. There was also fibers of clothing JonBenét wearing on the night of the murder were in the suitcase. So it was like someone tried to put her in the suitcase, but they don't know. So like that's why it was left that way.
Yeah.
Was because no one was supposed to find her. You know, like, but they fucked it up.
Yeah.
Something happened. That's why I think truly why there was multiple people, because I think that there was a lookout. And I think that there was somebody who was saying something is happening. I don't think that the murder and the note happens in a sequential order. I think they're happening at the same time. I think somebody's upstairs writing the note. I think there's two people downstairs that are supposed to be handling a child. I think the person from upstairs come downstairs, sees two people that have now fucked something up so royally because one of them was just there for the money and the other one literally is a child molester. And they're watching two guys that have just went ham on a child when we were not supposed to. This was not the plan, bros. Like how many times we see that in movies, which I agree with, the idea of like this is not supposed to be the plan, bros, and then it's happening and now it's all fucked.
Could be.
It's this Oliva guy.
There's no way it's me, man. There's no way, dude, because I would have stayed. I would have hung out with her, man.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, for listening to our JonBenét Ramsey update.
You know, and I think that it could have been less pleasant.
Yeah, it could have been.
I think that we did a good job.
I'm happy that you're happy.
I feel that we've course corrected, and our taste now is we're so classy now. We're not like how we were. We're so mature with our analysis and our material.
Sure. I'm wearing a Care Bear shirt just to feel my inner child.
Hey, as long as you don't rape and murder your inner child, everything's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a good way to end?
I'm not going to do any longer, so I guess it is.
All right, so we'll go down to patreon.com and check last podcast on the left to go and see us. Go on TikTok, where even just the mention of most of the words in this episode would get the content banned at LP on the left. Go to and see us on YouTube. You can email us at sidestorieslpotl@gmail.com and tell us how wrong we are. And then come see us on tour. You know what? You're allowed to tell me I'm wrong as long as you buy a ticket. So if you could, this is my new thing. All right, how about this?
I will acknowledge that I'm wrong with an email if you're wrong. If you also include an order confirmation number for a ticket to one of our North American shows.
Wow.
You can correct me, but you have to give me money while you do it.
That's nice.
All right.
called life.
And you're just doing general. You're not doing VIP with that.
Nope, he said it.
All right, cool. General admission. General admission.
Yep. So, and then go check us out. We'll be at various North American cities. Come see the JK Ultra Tour. We're also going to Australia, and we'll be seeing all of you upside down in August.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye. Hey, Satan.
Hey, again.
Hail Burke.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, Gus.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's up to.
I'm going to a place where they rehabilitate me for my attitudes towards children.
This show is made possible by listeners like you. Thanks to our ad sponsors, you can support our shows by supporting them. For more shows like the one you just listened to, go to lastpodcastnetwork.com.